Microsoft just open sourced it. They believe that the future of code editors should be open sourced and most importantly be powered by AI. What this means is that GitHub Copilot Chat extension is now open source and its source code will be released soon under MIT license. If this is the first time you are watching this channel, please click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell for more awesome videos. You might be asking yourself, what is the reason behind this decision? Let's go to their blog to find out. Microsoft over the years believed that large language models like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok AI have significantly improved over the years, reducing the need of companies hiding their secret source prompting strategies. They also came to conclusion that user experience for AI interaction across all code editors should be common. Microsoft's last reason for open sourcing this is because throughout its history, community issues and PR have helped Microsoft to fix security issues quickly, and recently, malicious actors in the industry are targeting AI development tools, so it makes more sense to open source this to actually be ahead of these malicious actors. In addition to open sourcing Copilot Chat Completion, they also added configuration for MCP protocol, so you don't need to pay for Qsor or Winsoft or other AI-powered code editors. Shortly, I will show you how to do this configuration in your VS Code. I will walk you through on how to configure your MCP protocol in VS Code. On the root of your application, create a VS Code folder if you have none. So I will come here, create this folder .vs code. Once you create this, make sure that the name of the file that you will create will start with MCP and it's going to be a JSON file. So let's quickly create this mcp.json. For the configuration, this is going to be a JSON object, right? The first option I'm going to tackle here is to create an input. So input will take care of collecting your environmental variables. The first option I'm going to create here is an input. Input is an array that can take your secrets and pass it down to your command line. So let's create inputs. This is an array. An example I'll be using is the Figma MCP server. We'll be needing the Figma API key for this. So input, add an object, add the type. The type is going to be a prompt string. So when we run our MCP server, it's going to prompt us to add our API key. The next step is to add an identifier. So identifier is the key that you use to reference it in your terminal. So let's name this Figma API key. Next will be description. So I will say that this is API Figma API key. Next configuration option is password. So password should be true. So this means when you are prompted to enter your string, it will mask the characters that you are entering. With this, we are done with the Figma API key input. Let's add our servers. So the key here is servers is going to be an object. I will rename this. I will call this MCP server, or let's give it a better title, Figma MCP server. The next configuration object is the command. So here we are going to use npx. If what you want to run in your terminal is Node, right? You can put Node here. But for the MCP Figma server that we are using, we'll use npx for this. Let's reconfigure this to match the configuration for that. So here we have MC Figma developer MCP. We don't actually need an environmental variable for now, so I'm going to get rid of this. To finish our configuration, we need to add the API key. So here we'll add the Figma API key equal to. So here for the configuration, if you want to reference your input, you type in the $, reference the input. The key here is Figma API key. So this is what you are going to use. Make sure that you don't have any space between this. If you have space between the input and your identifier, this is not going to work. So you need to make sure that there is no space between this. The last configuration I'm going to add is the port. So let's open the port at port 4005. Let's click the start button to test this configuration. When you run this configuration, click on here. You see that we don't have any errors currently here. The MCP server is running now. So you can click stop. You can restart this again for it to start running again. This is how you can configure MCP protocols here in your VS Code.